Hello, everybody. So, the age-old question, do affirmations manifest? Okay, so to answer your question, we're going to start talking about science, of course, as you know. So, all right, we're going to talk about linguistic neuroscience. Yes, I just said that. I said linguistic, but I meant linguistic. So it's linguistic neuroscience. Linguistic means language, neuroscience, well, you already know what that means. So if you don't, you can Google it or chat GPT it. So what I want to do is I want to talk about linguistic neuroscience because I think to understand affirmations and whether they manifest or not, we have to understand what language is and what it does to the brain. So don't worry, it's not going to be too long, but I want to deep dive into that because this will help answer the question. And I know people love to argue about this, whether it works or not, does it not work, does robotic affirmations work, and so on and so forth. In fact, I'll probably actually start recording some affirmations for you all. And I also offer that in a package deal if you're interested. So, linguistic neuroscience. If you start, it doesn't matter what age you are, but if you start saying, I am afraid of heights, you can try this out. I wouldn't encourage you, but actually I am encouraging you, but maybe with something a little less, important than that. But let's just say that you have been taught, even at a very young age, for example, to be afraid of heights, okay? Or you had some sort of traumatic moment, or you lost somebody, or, you tripped and fell down the stairs, or you saw somebody else do it, or, there was a series of videos on YouTube that really just shocked you. Well, that's shock, right? That's the impression on your subconscious. That's the reaction, okay? So that's telling you now, oh crap, anytime I encounter something that's heights related or stairs or anything, that's now going to give me anxiety if I feel like I need to go higher than what I think I'm capable of doing, right? It's called your psychological threshold, okay? And so what you've done is you've created a limit. You've created a limiting belief, but you've also created a limit, which is informed by the limiting belief. You hear the circle? So that circle will keep you in the circle, right? So that circle is going to keep you away from things that are related to that. Same with if you've had any issues with being in the ocean, or swimming, or anything along those lines. Or if you have a cultural belief about not being a good swimmer, or if you have a religious belief about, eating certain foods, whatever it is, there's going to be some sort of emotional side to your experience, okay? And that is going to keep you where you are. So there's a moment, right, where Neville makes a comment to his mentor, Abdullah, which I'm going to do a lot more YouTubes on Abdullah as well. Doing some research on who he was and all this kind of good stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Also check out Cool Wisdom Books, who has a lot of research around Abdullah. But anyhow, let's go back to the conversation between Neville and Abdullah. So Neville's Abdullah's chilling. They're all chilling together, as you would do. And Neville's noticing something. He's like, oh, Abdullah is packing this stuff in. Oh my gosh, he's having ice cream, he's having alcohol, and he's not having small amounts. So Neville gets the courage to ask him, hey, Ab, what do you do? How are you doing this? Right? And Abdullah says, Neville, you won't be able to do this because you've got quibbles. And I'm going to do a dedicated YouTube on what quibbles are and all this kind of stuff. So I hate and love that word because quibbles is such an old word. But what he's really saying is you've got these little kind of annoying little beliefs about health. You've got these limiting beliefs about, okay, I can't eat these two things in the same sitting, one. And then you may have another one that's ooh, that's going to make me gain weight, or ooh, that's going to... So all of these kind of collective beliefs about eating and health and being healthy and what it means to eat healthy and what it means to enjoy food and what it means to enjoy life, right? And all of the things that are attached to it is, he's by the way, he says, you've got them, right? That means Neville's somehow identified with these. They're not just ideas that he's picked up and is like, I'm going to put them in my pocket. I'll take it out for a good conversation piece. No, he's identified with those quibbles. He's identified with those beliefs. Okay. So again, we identify with the language that we choose. We identify with it. Okay. So it isn't just that, oh, I can say this phrase and then it not impact me. This is not, by the way, this is not me encouraging you to be afraid of language, okay? I actually agree with Joseph Murphy, who says that we have to get to a point where we just ignore it. We ignore things. We don't give meaning to them. That's what it means to ignore things, right? So keep in mind that why I'm sharing this is because this is the foundation for my argument that affirmations do work, okay? Because language can impact you. So much so that I shared the research about the monks who use mantras, okay? And so what that research showed was that the brain takes on what you're saying and it creates a story and an identity, and you become the hero of that story, or you become the villain, or you become the poor person, or you become the powerful person, you become the successful person, you become, right? So affirmations do work, but, and this is the but that's important, not mine, I'm sitting on it, but the but that's important is that you have to make sure that you're saturating these affirmations with the feelings of the wish fulfilled, okay? So again, let's make sense of that, because there's too many phrases that people use in Neville's world that I think could be used, and these techniques and strategies could be used by anybody in the manifestation world, and we don't need to sit here and protect Neville, and I don't think he would appreciate that. And so what I want to do is to really fully grasp and help you grasp the impact of using affirmations, but using affirmations from the wish fulfilled, okay? So again, wish fulfilled, all that means is, you want the big house? I have an amazing house. That party today in this house was amazing. Now, right? So like I'm generating, even me just saying this right now, I'm generating the feelings of the wish fulfilled. Wow, my 6-bedroom house is amazing, right? So again, you're generating the feelings of the wish fulfilled as you're creating these affirmations from the wish fulfilled. So everything's from the wish fulfilled, right? Wow, my marriage is like next level. I love my wife, or I love my husband. Like, wow, that camping trip that we just took as a family is, like nobody's ever had such a good time, right? So again, you use vivid language. That's the difference. You don't just say, I am rich, right? They're just too general. We are going to talk about general, what I call micro and macro affirmations, right? But what I want to do is I want to show you how you can use affirmations so that they actually are impacting your subconscious, which is what you want in the positive, obviously, right? And so you want to create phrases that are from the wish fulfilled, which is from your end desire, not from the beginning, not I will, right? Because I will means you don't have. So you're always from the state of having, okay? So again, hopefully this was inspirational. Hopefully it was, because my intent isn't to necessarily be controversial, but I find that people create controversy out of nothing. And I'm like, listen, if robotic works for you, use robotic. I would encourage you to maybe start out with robotic and then get to the point where you're actually imbuing or saturating or drenching those affirmations with emotions, okay? So again, can you manifest from robotic? Yes. Okay, and can you manifest from the affirmations soaked in and drenched in the feelings of the wish fulfilled? Yes, right? So again, keep in mind that you can, but really your goal is the feeling. This is why Neville says the feeling is the secret, okay? So yes, I would encourage you to create powerful, self-serving, and I mean that in the most selfless way, self-serving affirmations, but living from the end and saturated in the feelings of the wish fulfilled. So get in touch if you need help with that, but hopefully that was helpful and research-based, and much love to you guys all, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.